Hey y'all, welcome back to BrewCrew on the Go. Today we're talking about something that I think every one of us in our 50s and 60s needs to hear. Time is not guaranteed, so we've got to start living right now. If you think that life should slow down in your 50s or even in your 60s, you're wrong. Now hang with me for a little bit because I'm going to be giving you some tips and hopefully some reasons why you can and you should start living life after 50. I'm Charles, and this is our time to slow down, sip some coffee, and talk real life, especially for those of us that are over 50 season, where life looks a little different than it used to. If you're new here, hit that subscribe button so you don't miss any of our weekly chats. And if you've been with us for a while, I really do appreciate you for being part of the BrewCrew family. Now, I've spent over 2 decades in law enforcement and another 10 years as a justice of the peace here in the state of Texas, where I'm still serving today. And if there's one lesson that I've learned from those years, is this: life can change in an instant. I've seen people with plans for tomorrow who never made it to tomorrow. And I've seen others who thought their best days were behind them, only to discover that their second act was the best part of the show. That's what we're going to talk about today. How to truly experience life over 50, why it matters, and how to start, even if it's just in your own backyard. Now let me take you back to my law enforcement days. For 21 years, I was the guy people call when life went sideways. Maybe accidents, tragedies, just situations nobody planned for. We all have them. And one thing became clear really fast: tomorrow is not promised. And now as a judge, I see people in my courtroom dealing with consequences and challenges and sometimes regrets. Many of them say, "I wish I had," or "if I could go back," or "I would." Here's the truth: we don't get to rewind life. But over 50, we do get to decide how we spend the rest of our days. And that, my friend, that's a gift. From early in my law enforcement career, I witnessed too many times what tragedy can bring to a marriage, to a family, and even a community. And let me tell you, there's no do-overs. But one thing is for sure, you can start right now. Not just planning, but actually doing and enjoying life over 50 and beyond. And let me tell you, you need this time. You need this time to live life and enjoy what time you have left. And when I say you, I really mean all of us over 50 and 60. You don't get this time back. So get to planning and then put that plan into motion. Listen, if you've made it this far in life without major hardships, be thankful. Not everyone gets that blessing. And if you've been through some tough seasons, look, I've been there too. But know this: your story doesn't have to end with a struggle. I've met people who went through devastating loss, illness, financial collapse, and they still found joy in the end. Sometimes the very act of deciding I'm going to live while I can, it changes everything. This is where gratitude comes in. Every morning you open your eyes, you've been handed another opportunity. Don't waste it scrolling endlessly, watching other people live their lives online. Get out there and create your own moments. Now, here's something that I've noticed, especially among those of us in our 50s and 60s. We have a tendency to put things off. I'll travel when I retire. I'll go see that friend when I'm less busy. I'll take that trip when the timing's better. Friend, I hate to say it, but in my years on the job, I've seen too many people run out of laters. The truth is, you can't always wait for that perfect time. The perfect time rarely comes. The time you have is now. Even if it's a weekend getaway to a town 2 hours away, just do it. Even if it's just packing a picnic and headed to a nearby park with your spouse, or your kids or your grandkids, make it happen. I'm just really wanting to encourage someone today, maybe you, and hopefully inspire you to stop putting off what you deserve and live this season of your life with purpose and gratitude. We all need this. And like I've said before, not every getaway has to be a trip across the ocean. Some of the best memories that my wife and I have made have been close to home. Branson, Pigeon Forge, the Smoky Mountains, and even just exploring a historic town. These trips don't break the bank, but they still have that sense of escape. We look forward to our annual strolls through the botanical gardens in the town next over. It's always decorated for fall and then Christmas. It's just a nice adventure that only costs gas in your tank. And don't forget, we visit Santa's Wonderland every year in College Station. I believe that's the world's largest Christmas village, and it has more Christmas lights than probably the North Pole. Look them up. Look them up on Google. It's going to be well worth your trip. The point isn't how far you go, it's just that you go. Change the scenery, even for a day, and watch how it recharges your spirit. When you're over 50, the clock isn't something to fear. It's a reminder. It's a reminder to make every tick count. Maybe life threw you a few curveballs. Maybe you've been through divorce, illness, money troubles, or just the grind of everyday responsibilities. Let me tell you something I've learned. Your past don't get to dictate your future. I've watched people turn their lives around in their 50s and 60s and even in their 70s. They traveled for the first time. They picked up new hobbies. They reconnected with some old friends, or they found love again. And if you're breathing, it's not too late for you. Stop letting the voice in your head tell you it's over, because it's not over. It's your time. So here's my challenge to you today. Don't just watch this video and nod your head. I want you to think about 3 places you've been wanting to go, big or small. And then, before the week's over, make plans to go to at least one of them. Remember, life isn't about the years you've lived. It's about the life in those years. Over 50, over 60, we're not winding down. We're just getting started. And I've seen too many reminders in my career that tomorrow is never promised. So let's honor the time that we have by making it count. And if you need a little inspiration or ideas for where to go, that's what we do here at BrewCrew on the Go. If you needed to hear this today, let me know in the comments. And maybe share it with somebody else who could use a lift. Because we all need a reminder every now and then that the best, it may still be ahead. And hopefully it is. Thank you so much for spending this time with me today. if this video has encouraged you or given you something to think about, go ahead and hit the like button. It helps more than you know. And don't forget to subscribe if you're not already a part of the BrewCrew family. We've got more chats like this coming. We've got more chats like this and more travel tips and more real talk coming soon. Until next time, keep planning, keep dreaming, and as I always say, keep that coffee hot. See you real soon.